Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here. So today I want to do a video about the Berlin trip that I had a few weeks ago, and this is of course for the ESGN fight nights that I do, roughly every month. I think it's about every 5 weeks. And the next one is on hiatus, so I don't exactly know when it's going to happen. But the last time I went to Berlin, it was a lot of fun, and I want to tell you guys about it. And there's a lot of fun surrounding it. It'll answer some questions that you guys have, and yeah, why not? It's not going to be the typical gaming video that you guys have seen. So generally, when I go to ESGN Fight Night, when I go to Berlin to shoot the good stuff, it's basically work. I mean, what I do, I sit at home, play video games, and I make one of these videos every day or so, and I do a few other things, administrative, try not to get DDoSed and all the rest. But all in all, it's fun, it's interesting, it's that. It feels like nothing, it's just like living. And even though it's kind of like no life. But when I go to ESGN, when I go to Berlin, it feels like work because you have to be there, you have to do certain tasks, they have to be done well. They're not, you do them again, and you're outside your normal environment, and it's pretty much the shittiest part of what I do every day, going to do that. But I've done it many times now because, well, I saw the response was very good. You guys love to watch ESGN. And the guys over there that put on the show, they're all really cool. They want me back, and yeah, even though it's a pretty big loss to go there, I do it because you know what? Despite the loss, despite the fact that it's work, it's different, and you guys love to see it. So that's above some other things, and well, I've been doing it. The difference is this time that I went with my girlfriend Anya. And it was great. It felt like a vacation, and I want to show you guys a few things that we did. And it has some fun surrounding it. I'm sure it hasn't been too clear what's going on with my private life, and it's never going to be too clear. But there is some details that eventually came out in some way or another. So might as well have fun with it. And I know you guys have enjoyed it already, so why not? The photos I'm going to show you guys have seen most of them already, and it's not too revealing. So if you're really into the Crypt Reddits and you're really into the stream, you probably have seen this stuff already. But I think it should be pretty fun. So the first day that we were there, it was her birthday, and I wanted to see what it was like to see a city. I've traveled before, but I've done it with parents, and it kind of feels like a chore. I'd rather be home playing video games, and I wanted to see what it was about because other people seem to like this stuff, and she liked traveling, so I wanted to see what it was like. And it was actually really awesome. We went around town, took some photos, saw all the different things. It's just a blast, really. Some of the more interesting stuff that we saw, that we took some photos of, that you guys can see, we were at the Berlin Wall. So the wall has two sides, and the west side has mostly graffiti stuff, and the east side is like a gallery. They call it the East Side Gallery, where they're pretty high quality artistry on the side of the wall, and you get to see it, and it's pretty nice. And you follow the wall for a while. It's actually quite a long while, and eventually we got to this area. This is pretty much at the end of the first day. It started to get pretty cold, started to get pretty dark. This area is called Yams, and Yams is like a Rastafarian area. Basically, people offered us to buy drugs. That pretty much describes everything there. And there was supposedly a vegan restaurant, vegan food by the beach, and we wanted to go there. And I entered the house, and there was some unbelievably loud reggae music playing, and there was nobody in there. So I walked in, I knocked on the door, and comes out a guy, it's like, yeah, apparently we're closed today. So he showed me this other guy that has a few vegan dishes, and the food there was incredible. It was like all the starchy stuff, it was like yams, plantains, potatoes, a few other things that don't exactly come to mind, and really spicy. So it was amazing. And, I'm sure I'll go back, even though I haven't seen that much of Berlin specific to that place, because it was so great. I felt so relaxed there. Anyway, so during this time, we took a bunch of photos. I'm not really the kind of photo guy, but she is. So we took some selfies, and we posted some of the selfies for you guys to see, and because they're all cute and lovely and all that shit, you know, I'll show you guys a few of the troll photos as well. So this is selfie number 1, you know, see how pretty we are, see how happy we are. Oh man, can you feel the love? And you guys are going, oh, you guys are internally disgusted. So we move on to the second one. This is where we try to look badass, and I guess I failed a little bit more than she did, but you know, you get the idea. And some of you guys, after we showed some of these videos on stream, decided to fix them to make them look a lot better, and as a result we have some of these. We have the Eddie Pastorino fix, so this is me hanging out with Eddie in Berlin. You can see how happy we both are. And we have the doggy fix, because we have to have the doggy everywhere. They're looking away, just like they always are. So after this really cool day that we had to go back to the hotel, and from the hotel, spend the night, go to the studio the next day, and we started doing things like the interview. I can show you guys, you know, just very, very few of the photos we took at the studio, because I don't want to break any kind of deal we have going, because I'm not really into that stuff, and because I don't really know what the agreement is. But I'm sure some of these photos are fine. This is where we were interviewing the players. This is Artosis and I sitting, and you see her having a good time, and normally, you know, it's a little bit more dreadful just going there by myself. And on the second day, we took a photo, which I'll show you guys here. This is Rory. I'll tell you guys in a second who he is. From the left, and then Rania, myself, and Artosis, and we're all having a good time, and I'm like all the boss and all that stuff. And this is probably the best photo I've ever had. I really want to make, like, you know, some kind of wall photo or something I can hang. Just because, I don't know, man, it felt so good to be there, and everyone in this picture is really cool, except the guy on the right. So the guy on the left, Rory, the first time I went to Berlin for ESGN Fight Night, he was my taxi driver. So he picked me up from the airport and drove me around town, and then eventually to the hotel, and eventually to the studio. And, you know, I was like, man, this guy's pretty cool and all that. And the next time I went to ESGN, about a month after, he was the assistant producer. So from taxi driver to assistant producer, and I'm like, man, you know, I'm rooting for this guy. Or assistant director, I think it was. And, you know, he was there with the other guy that was directing. He was handling all the show, and he was kind of like paying attention to what's going on, helping out a little bit. And 2 fight nights ago, the guy who normally does the directing, on one of the days he decided to take off, and Rory took over, and he did a really good job. And good enough that the last fight night, this one I'm showing photos for, he did all the directing. You know, he was running the show. And I was really proud of him. He's one of those British guys with a soft voice, and you know they kill you with kindness. And when you're in a directing role, it really feels great to see someone with this type of personality succeed in this type of business. So I'm very happy for him, very proud of him, and you know, I'm sure he'll still be around the next time I go back. And of course, those of you that are disgusted with all the lovey-dovey shit. We have the photo edits for this one as well. We have Pimpin' It, you know, Crip getting the girls, of course. And then we have my favorite edit of them, the space fix. So you guys can see just how awesome it is to add space to anything, really. So I did the show. Obviously, it's a little bit exhausting because, you know, on some days you're filming for, I don't know, 14 hours, 16 hours. Something a lot. And yeah, after that, on the last day, instead of flying out at like 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning as we usually do, when I usually do going to ESGN, we're flying out, you know, past midday. So we had a chance to see a few more things, and I don't know, it was some cool stuff. It's a photo of a church. It was good. All in all, I just want to let you guys know that I'm very happy right now. And a lot of the things that, you know, in my life are kind of missing or kind of like work or kind of shitty, they also be pretty good right now. And I hope you guys really understand that, and you guys maybe see that in the work that I do. You know, happiness counts. And I don't think too much else has changed. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of insight that I gave you guys to the ESGN stuff, the Berlin stuff, all the goodness, and see you guys tomorrow.